If you're married, divorced, remarried, or part of a one-earner household, understanding spousal benefits can be the difference between maximizing your income or filing too early and permanently reducing your lifetime benefits. My goal in this video is to break down every single major permutation in plain English so you can approach retirement with clarity, confidence, and the right strategy for you and your spouse and your entire household. But before we go deeper, let me welcome you properly. If you're new here, welcome to the UnRetired, where you're not done, but you're finally doing what you want. This channel exists to help you rethink retirement, reclaim your time, and build a life you actually want to live. If that sounds like your kind of place, please like this video and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and support more content like this. All right, quick disclaimer. This video is for education and general information only. It's not financial advice because everybody's situation is totally different and there's literally no one size fits all in retirement. So make sure you run your own numbers, and if you can, consult with a qualified financial planner. All right, let's begin with the basics. A spousal benefit is a Social Security payment that you receive based on your spouse's work record, not your own. At its maximum, it's equal to 50% of your spouse's full retirement age benefit. In other words, their FRA amount that they would get at age 67, not the benefit they receive if they claim early or claim late at age 70. This often surprises people because they just assume that the spousal benefit is based on whatever their spouse is currently collecting. Got news for you, it's not. It's always tied to your spouse's full retirement age benefit. If you have your own work history, you don't get one benefit or the other. You get your own benefit first, and then Social Security adds a spousal top-up if the spousal amount is higher. And this is where a lot of the confusion starts. People just assume they'll receive their own benefit plus the full 50% of their spouses. That's never how it works. So before moving on, let's make sure you meet the eligibility rules. You must be married for at least 1 year. You must be age 62 or older to collect. And your spouse must have filed for benefits before you can receive a spousal benefit. Unless, of course, you're divorced, which unlocks special rules that we'll cover shortly. These eligibility basics create the foundation for every scenario that we're going to explore today. Now, let's talk about the calculation because this is where the real money is on the line. The maximum spousal benefit, 50% of your spouse's FRA benefit, is only available if you wait until your own full retirement age. If you claim at 62, the spousal amount is reduced to roughly 32 to 35%, depending on your exact birth year. And that reduction is permanent. And unlike your own retirement benefit, spousal benefits do not grow beyond FRA. There are no delayed credits on spousal benefits. Now, let's also look at how your own work history interacts with all this. You always receive your own benefits first. Then Social Security compares it to what your spousal benefit would be and adds a top-up if needed. Let's break this down further. Imagine your full retirement age benefit. Your PIA is $1,200 and your spouse's PIA is $3,000. 50% of that is $1,500. That means Social Security would pay your $1,200 payment first and then add a $300 top-up to bring you to $1,500 a month total. You don't receive $1,200 plus $1,500, you receive a total of $1,500 a month. Now that said, this becomes even more interesting when couples claim at different times. Your spouse claiming early does not reduce your spousal calculation. The spousal benefit is always tied to your spouse's FRA amount, not when they file. However, if you claim your spousal benefit early, your portion is reduced. This creates several important permutations. Your spouse could claim at 62, and you still could wait until your FRA and still receive the full 50% of your spouse's FRA. Or you could claim at age 62 while your spouse waits until their FRA and still face your own early claim reduction. And there are scenarios where both spouses claim early, both wait, or one waits while the other claims early. And if that sounds a little confusing, let's move into another area that changed significantly in 2015, and that's the ability to claim one benefit while allowing another to grow. So before the law changed, some people could file a restricted application, taking only the spousal benefit while allowing their own benefit to grow until age 70. Now that strategy is still available, but only to those born before January 2nd, 1954. So if you're born after that date, you are deemed to be filing for both your own benefit and your spousal benefit at the same time. No separation, no strategic play. Now let's cover divorce spousal benefits, which confuse many people. To qualify, your marriage must have lasted at least 10 years. You must be currently unmarried and you must be at least 62 years old. Interestingly, your ex-spouse does not need to have claimed Social Security for you to collect. Your claiming does not affect their benefit or even their new spouse's benefit or their household income. In fact, you could be one of 3 people collecting on the same work history: your ex-spouse, their new spouse, and you. Divorced individuals may also qualify for the higher survivor benefits if the ex-spouse passes away. This gets even more complicated, doesn't it? But speaking of survivor benefits, let's draw a clear line between survival benefits and spousal benefits, because mixing them up is one of the biggest sources of confusion. Survival benefits are entirely separate and can be worth up to 100% of your deceased spouse's benefit. They come with different timing rules, different claiming options, and different strategies. You can take a survivor benefit first and later switch to your own benefit at 70, or do the opposite. This flexibility does not exist with spousal benefits. But let's go back to talking about non-working and low-earning spouses. Spousal benefits were originally created to protect one-earner households. So if you never worked or your earnings were limited because you stayed home with children or supported your spouse's career, you can still receive up to half your spouse's FRA benefit. This can dramatically improve a household's income in retirement, and it's one reason spousal benefits remain so important today. All right, now that we've covered the rules, let's talk strategy, because this is where smart decisions can really add dollars. Coordinating spousal benefits is about sequencing, timing, and optimizing for long-term household income, not just immediate cash flow. Age differences matter. Health and longevity matter. Income levels and tax thresholds matter, including IRMAA brackets. Sometimes the best move is for the higher earner to delay their benefit to 70 to maximize their future survivor benefits. Other times, cash flow needs might push both spouses to claim earlier. These are scenarios where claiming early makes perfect sense, and scenarios where early claiming creates decades of lost income. Okay, before we move on, here's your midpoint call to action. I'd love to hear from you directly. What's the biggest question you have about spousal benefits, or the biggest challenge you face trying to understand them? Your comments genuinely help other viewers, because many people are trying to navigate the same confusing rules. And I read every single one of them and adjust my content accordingly. All right, let's continue with another overlooked topic: IRMAA and taxes. Spousal benefits can push combined income into IRMAA brackets, which increase your Medicare Part B and Part D premiums. Many retirees are totally caught off guard when their benefits trigger an IRMAA surcharge because they didn't realize their combined income pushed them over an income threshold. So coordinating spousal benefits with withholding strategies like Roth conversions and taxable income planning can prevent totally unpleasant surprises. To demonstrate this and to bring it into life, it helps if we look at a few common examples. Imagine a couple where a 10-year age gap exists. The younger spouse may need to plan for years of income after the older spouse passes, which makes maximizing survivor benefits more important than the short-term spousal optimization. Or consider a one-earner household where the non-working spouse relies entirely on the spousal benefit for income. Or another case of 2 divorced individuals, each claiming ex-spousal benefits that have no impact on each other. Or a high earner delaying until 70 specifically to maximize the survival benefit for their spouse who may outlive them. These are all combinations and permutations that you need to figure out and sequence and configure so that you can maximize your income. Okay, as we near the end, let me quickly remind you to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and please turn on notifications. It helps support the UnRetired community, and it makes it easier for you to find future videos that help to make you more confident in your retirement decisions. Let's close this with a bigger perspective. Social Security is not just about income. It's about timing your benefits to support the life that you want today and for decades to come. Spousal benefits are one of the last major levers that can meaningfully shift your retirement timeline. When you understand how they work, and how they interact with your own benefit, how they're reduced, how they're coordinated, and how they affect taxes, you gain a level of control. The rest of your retirement plan can finally take shape. And if you want to keep learning, YouTube probably thinks you're going to like these two videos as well.